Good morning, drafting students, and welcome to Drafting 10. My name is Greg Schwaga, and I'm a teacher and a principal here at Vanguard Community School, and I also teach drafting and law for the Chinook Cyber School. So I'd like to take you through the course just a little bit, just for you to be able to get your orientation here. So if you're on this page, which obviously you are, this is the drafting site. So you have your course outline, your checklist, your grades. My teacher contact information is right here, and then Chinook's assessment policy there as well. First part of the course, there's a couple of things here that you might want to take a look at. I have the course outline. The drafting course checklist is here as well. And also I have a couple of scanner applications that you can try and download on your phone, whether you have an Android device or an Apple phone. It might help sometimes when you're wanting to submit assignments in this course to be able to just take a picture, but instead of sending me a picture, then you can actually scan it with your phone, turn that picture into a scan, and then it'll actually upload easier and probably be more clear if you cannot use your school scanner or your school photocopier. Okay, so if you take a look at the units in drafting, there's the Tinkercad, which is basically a very kind of user-friendly CAD program that's online. It's more of kind of a play CAD, but at least it gives you the basics. And I'll take you through that unit first. Combined with that, I have Google SketchUp as well, so you can take a look at using Google SketchUp, and hopefully that works. Hopefully you have no issues with your computers running either of these two units. If you do, please let me know, and there's probably a couple of workarounds that we can do. From then on, we basically look at some basic manual drafting, and then everything else is done using your manual drafting kit. So the manual drafting kits should be in your school. However, there's a couple of schools that have not got them yet, but that's okay because we're not probably going to be getting into the manual drafting for another 2 weeks. So after the February break is when I plan to start the manual drafting and the rest of these units. The first couple of weeks we're going to be working through these two units, which you do not need your manual drafting. Okay, if you take a look at basically all of your units, if you click into, let's say, the Tinkercad, what I've tried to do is I've tried to have every one of your assignments in a step-by-step format on a Google Doc. So you can actually click on your drafting assignment and it'll actually take you into a Google document, and then it's basically step-by-step on how to complete every assignment. Okay, so for instance, this is your Tinkercad unit. You can see it's going to take 1 to 3 hours, so probably just the rest of this week if you're starting today, which is January 31st. If you're starting tomorrow, you probably get this done as well. But basically, here are your instructions. So it gives you the curriculum link. Okay, so what we're trying to accomplish. So we're basically creating Tinkercad files, drawing some basic elements like lines, circles, arcs, and polygons. And then the rest is just taking you through. So it shows you how to set up a Tinkercad account. You'll have to create a free Tinkercad account for the unit. It shouldn't be a problem. Where it says you need a classroom code and instructions, actually you don't, because all of you are over 12 years old, so you don't need the classroom code. You can sign up and create your account. If you click on this image when you're in Tinkercad, it takes you to the main menu, and then everything else is under the Learn tab. So there are basic skills and tutorials. There are 6 of them: learning the moves, camera controls, creating holes, scale, copy and paste, keyring letters, and die on the work plane. Those are just some basic skill tutorials. They take probably 2 to 3 minutes each. And then after that, there's some projects, and these projects consist of different steps and lessons. So the first one, let's learn Tinkercad, building a Tinkercad house, assembling a hamburger, and an architecture concept. So you can see that there's some stuff here that seems a little bit, easy, but it shows you how to use the program nonetheless. And then there's some other ones that I've included, like the architecture concepts that actually have more relevance to what you'll be covering later in the manual drafting. Okay, so do all of those projects. Those are 4. And then you'll see that under number 4 here it says choose 2 more projects to complete. And they can be any project you wish. And I believe there's probably about 18 to 20 of them from which you can choose. In each project you can rename the project so that it is unique to you. And then once you finish it, you can actually share it with me. You can simply click share and it'll be in the top right hand corner. And it'll give you a link, and then you can either upload that link in Moodle, or I actually have a Google document where you can just paste the link and then I can check out your Tinkercad projects. The last one is to create create your own project in Tinkercad and then upload the link to me in Moodle. So when you get in here, basically it boils down to starting your own Tinkercad account, completing these basic tutorials, which probably get finished within the first half an hour, and then going through the actual projects that take a little bit longer, and then doing your own project. And what you're going to be submitting to me is basically 3 links, your projects, and then 2 more. Okay, so I can maybe even just show you Tinkercad and see if that works for you. Okay, so here is after you've created your own account. This is basically the interface that you're going to see. Everything is going to be under the Learn tab. And if you go to Browse All Basic Skills, here's where you're going to see all of the learning the moves, the camera controls, creating holes. Just takes a while to load up. These are basically all of the 5 basic skills tutorials. Okay, that's fairly easy to get through. Okay, those are the basic skills. If I go back to my Learn, underneath that are the projects. And you can see here again, if you click Browse All the Projects, you're going to have all of the projects that I've listed, plus you can choose 2 more. And then in the end, you can create your own Tinkercad project and send me the link. And that's basically covers your first unit.